Think of a time, situation, or experience that you need to resolve. Now, connect with the feelings that accompany that situation. You don't have to go all in with the full intensity. Maybe this situation has happened multiple times over years of your life, or perhaps just one difficult or traumatic event. Gently close your eyes and assess whether the past or your previous years are represented in your mind as being to your left or behind you. And now that you have an issue or experience in mind, I want you to imagine stepping onto an imaginary timeline in front of you and right onto the place representing the present time. And now, looking either to your left or behind you, figure out how long your past timeline is. Now, I want you to imagine floating out of your body and onto a cloud or place where you can observe the past events on your timeline, understanding that you are a safe distance away and totally disconnected from the events that you most want to resolve. Now, looking down from your safe place on the cloud or another safe place, observe looking back on that timeline now that's below you and seeing your most difficult and disempowering experience that you had in mind at the beginning on your timeline. See that place on your timeline now. In your mind, you can see what that experience is, remembering how you felt, but with very low emotional intensity, as if it's a movie, not your life, and you are simply reacting to what you observe. From this far away, completely safe observation place, continue looking back in time to other difficult experiences and noting where they are on your timeline, just observing, not embodying these experiences. If you have emotions come up during this mental rehearsal, let that be okay. It's part of the healing process. You can take a few deep breaths and just move through it. Only things you are ready to process will surface for resolution. Now, we are going to add a helper, a very wise guide or guardian who floats down to that timeline you see below and assists you with every difficult experience on your timeline. Imagine this loving, all-knowing guide is helping you to learn all the skills and perspectives, all the knowledge you need to learn to move effectively through each of these experiences. Marvel in their ability to teach you everything you need to know to totally overcome these experiences. See this happening now. See them assuring you that whatever you have experienced was for your highest good and benefit, and even necessary for your growth and wisdom. It was all meant to work for your good. See your guardian filled with love, respect, and admiration for the way you receive and embrace the knowledge they are sharing with you now. Hear them telling you, the you on that timeline below, that you now have inside of you all the resources you will need to live your life in harmony with truth and power. Observe yourself all the way back on your timeline to where these problems or situations began, with your guide who's analyzing and resolving every situation with you. Now see yourself on that timeline below, receiving all the wisdom and knowledge of your guide whenever you need help, even in the present time. And we know that we only have the present time in each moment. So see that you below, receiving in real time every resource you need to deal effectively and powerfully with your life in every situation, no matter how difficult. Now see that guide coming up to you in your safe place or observation place or in the cloud. And now hear them telling you that they will always guide you and assist you, and that you can always call on them for assistance at any time. Now imagine that old timeline where you didn't know how to resolve difficulty or trauma totally fading out. Just see it traveling out into the far distant space, into an alternate, parallel reality that no longer has any bearing on your life. You could imagine that, if you ever needed to, for reference, you could observe from a safe distance away from the new parallel reality you live in now, that old timeline. And now, instead of seeing yourself as helpless and disempowered or unhealthy, you see the helper guide and your old self together, united in wisdom and power, living out a totally empowered new reality with that new knowledge and those powerful new skills. That past is now over, neutralized, transmuted, and was only for your instruction and benefit. And now that you have received and observed the benefit, it's no longer needed and resides in a different time and space than where you live now. From where you are now, high in the sky, away from all that past, feel how much lighter, capable, wise, empowered, and relieved you feel. Just embody those feelings for a while. Now amplify them. Really pump up the volume on those wonderful feelings until you feel totally filled to capacity with love for your life, respect and confidence in yourself, and excited anticipation for the life you will now live with all these added insights, perspectives, and resources. Stay with those feelings a while longer. Experience the joy, the bliss, the comfort. And when you feel that you've reached an 8 or higher in the volume of these fantastic feelings, anchor them so you can experience them anytime you want to. Your new anchor for these fantastic feelings is placing your index finger on the center of your chin in the crease, just above the fleshy mound of your chin. Now push on that place firmly and just hold it for a bit. And feel every good feeling that wants to join this party. That's it. You press and just hold that point, taking in deep breaths and feeling pretty fantastic. And now, imagine you are floating back down into the present moment of your new, amazing life on that alternate parallel timeline, the new reality you've created and are now living with so many new possibilities and knowledge and new practices as you continue to learn and apply daily empowering practices. Just observe now how settled you feel in your new life and the confidence you have in living in each moment to its fullest, knowing you have the ability to move anything out onto or into another space and place with this amazingly effective mindful observation. Imagine that you are now as wise as your guide and have access to truth and knowledge as you continue to seek it. And know now that if anything triggers old responses from that other timeline in your new life, you will remember watching them all being resolved from the cloud or observation place and just floating away. You remember that they no longer apply to you. It happened long ago and far away in an alternate reality. Or did it? Consider the possibility that it never happened to you at all, but that you simply observed it happening to someone for your instructional purposes. Some scientists believe this is what the essence of our lives are, a simulation for instruction. And you did it. Open your eyes now and observe something in the room and note what color it is. If you touched it, would it have a smooth or rough texture? Would it be warm or cold? Now, just give your body a hug and a little shake. Well done.